to scan your sketches, you need to be at the scanner. The drawer pulls out a little bit, just enough to open the scanner door up. Then you're going to take your sketch and you're going to put it face down in the back left corner. Close the scanner door, slide it back in. Okay, once your document is on the scanner, you then need to come back to your computer and you need to open up the software. Now, you could open the software first, put your document on the table, and then come back. That's fine. The software we're going to be opening is Epson Scan. So on the taskbar, click on the Windows icon. Now, you can either scroll down to the E's in Epson, or you can type in Epson Scan. The Epson Scan desktop app will be at the top. You're going to click on that. Okay, so let's go over this Epson Scan window. You have 3 modes that you can use: home, office, and professional. The home mode is a little limited, and the professional mode is a little too professional for our use. So we're going to use the office mode. Okay, so the image type, color. If your document has color, you're going to choose this. So there is one person with the phone app that used color. They're going to want to use the color. Grayscale, we'll scan it in black and white and shades of gray. And then black and white is just black lines, white background. This is what you want for almost every type of scanning we do, but you may need to maybe do grayscale, but if you use color, then choose color. But most of the time, the black and white is what you're going to want for the scanning, for stuff that you have to turn in for me. Okay, document source. It says document table, and that's your only option. That refers to where you put the piece of glass that you put your paper down on top of. That's your document table. Your size. So most of you did your sketches on the extra large paper. That's 11 by 17. So you would choose the USB 11 by 17 option. Some of you did your sketches on printer paper, which is 8.5 by 11. And in the design world, 8.5 by 11 is referred to as letter paper. So you'll choose 8.5 by 11. I right now have an 11 by 17 sketch, so I'm going to choose that 11 by 17 option. Your orientation refers to, and you get one option here, this one, so that's the one you're choosing, is how it will scan. Okay, resolution. Typically, when you're scanning, you want to scan at 300. If you're scanning a photo to use in a design document, you want it at 300. We're scanning sketches just to turn into Schoology, so I have a record of it. We're going to scan at 150. And if you were scanning something for the web, you would choose 72. So again, click on the 150 because we're just scanning our sketches and we don't need huge files. Image option. We don't need to do anything with these right now. You do want to the checkbox checked for speed priority scanning. Now the threshold, you can't really do anything with this until you can see it, and it hasn't popped up a preview yet because I haven't clicked on preview. And then I'm going to click preview. All right, so now a preview of my sketch pops up. It's upside down. I will show you how to flip this right side up a little bit later in this video. But you can see all the lines. There are maybe a little, I'm going to unclick this text enhancement and grab under the image adjustments, I'm going to grab the blue pointer and just maybe slide it around. There we go. Now I can really see all of my lines. Like before, I was losing over here. but just dragging this up. You don't want to go too far because you don't want black. You don't want all this stuff because you can't really see. Just want to make those lines nice and crisp so that you can see them all. You can see all your lines, but that there isn't a lot of that messy black spots on here. So this one looks pretty good now. I moved it up a little bit, and then I'm going to click Scan. So Preview shows you a preview of it here. Scan creates the file that you're going to save. So go ahead and click on Scan. Okay, so under Location, this is where you are going to save it. We save all of our stuff to Land 17, so I'm going to click on Other and choose Browse. And then over in this Browse Folder window, I'm going to go to my Land 17 folder. So it should be under this PC. Network. This PC. Okay, it is not showing up under this PC. So what you're going to do is you're going to scan to the documents. Like it should be right down here for Land 17. If it shows up on yours, you're going to click it and navigate to your folder on Land 17. If it doesn't show up on yours, like it's not showing up on mine, you're going to save it to Documents and then click OK. Okay, so it's all set. Next thing, this file name prefix plus 3-digit number, what that means is the prefix, you're going to name your file. And the naming convention for this classroom is your first and last name dash project. So in the case of the phone app, it would be Sadie Cahoon dash phone app. And then the start number is if you have maybe a bunch of these that you're scanning, you can give it, it all goes to this. You can give it a start number. I'm going to give it 000. You can choose your own start number. It doesn't matter. Okay, now the image format. So you can save your images as different types. You have a bitmap, a JPEG, a multi-TIFF, a PDF, another kind of JPEG, another kind of TIFF, and a regular TIFF file. The two that you want to focus on for my class are JPEG and PDF. JPEG is if you have one image and you're just going to place it maybe in a document or maybe never place it. PDF is if you have multiple pages, you're going to choose PDF. So for the phone app assignment, you should all be choosing the PDF option. And then it gives you options. We're going to scan at the actual image size. Create fill file with all the pages. And so these are okay, so you can just click OK. You don't even have to open them next time. They were all set. Now, the one thing that we want to make sure that is checked down underneath the image file format with all the checkboxes is the Show Add Page dialog after scanning. Make sure that box is checked. If it's not checked, you will have to scan your pages one at a time, and you'll have 5 to 10 different files, whereas if this is checked, you can add a page and you'll have one file with all your scans in it. Go ahead and then click OK. And then it's going to scan. It's going to make so this is making the actual file that's going to be saved. Okay, so now we know that I have about 10 pages. So once this comes up, you need to go to the scanner and switch out your document. And then you come back and you click on Add Page. Then you need to preview the page. Okay, and again, adjust your threshold as needed, and then scan. Okay, so note that for the purposes of this tutorial, I am scanning the same page. I didn't switch over, but you would make sure that you switch your page over on the scanner. Okay, now let's say I've got all of my scans done. I've done all 10 of them or 5 of them. I'm going to click on Save File. Okay, so when it's done scanning, it doesn't pop up anything that says, I've saved your file. Here's the location. Instead, what you need to do is you need to, on the taskbar, you're going to click on the folder icon. Now, if you guys were lucky, yours is located in Land 17 in your folder. I was not lucky, so mine's located in my documents. And mine I just put in here, and I named it Sadie Cahoon Phone App. Okay, so these pages are upside down and not super great to look at. You can actually rotate images right in Acrobat. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is this little dropout arrow. I'm going to click it, and it's going to show me a couple of links. These are pages, these are bookmarks, and these are attachments. I'm going to click on the pages, page thumbnails. This is where it is. And then here, I can click on this, and then these rotate buttons become available. So I'm just going to click those and rotate it. And again, as you're seeing mine, I was lazy and did not go change the page so that I had 2 different scans. You're going to make sure that you have all 10 of your images and the worksheet that we did filled out and scanned and in here. So you might have 10 pages, you might have 6 pages, you might have 5 pages. It just depends on how many scans you did. And if you did them on large paper and you did multiple ones by large paper. I have 2. We're pretending that's 10. Okay, I've rotated them. If I do anything, I have to save this. If yours are in and they're rotated correctly, you don't have to resave yours. But because I had to rotate my pages, we're going to click on Save. It's a save icon. Okay, and it's saved. So now I'm going to close this. And then the next part of this is that you need to add your images to Schoology, or add your PDF file to Schoology to turn in the assignment.